everybody, Joan Zodianz here, and welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Zundayz. This week we're going to be talking about Mercury shifting into Leo, Jupiter going direct, but also Uranus going into retrograde. All right, so Mercury shifts into Leo tomorrow. Jupiter actually goes direct today. It's in Sagittarius. And then we have Uranus that is actually going into retrograde tomorrow and in Pisces. Now, what does this mean for you? What do the planets mean? We're going to get into that. You should already know Mercury influences the way that we communicate, our perspectives, our ideas. It's everything in our mentality, right? Now, Jupiter influences the greater fortune, Venus being the lesser fortune. And as such a big planet, it influences our luck and our expansion, right? And this is one of those external outer planets, too. So, remember when I told you before, when everything is outside, the further away that it is from us, the less it influences us, meaning it's more codependent on the inner planets. Now, Uranus influences rules of society, if we're rebellious, the changes in originality. Now, let's put everything together. So, Mercury shifting into Leo means what? We will be leaving the emotional Cancer energy and going into confident, egotistical Leo or arrogant Leo. So, you got to watch yourself with that. But we are going to be more positive about our situations. We are going to be thinking bigger and better, but that also leaves room to be dramatic. Okay, dramatic as fuck. But we can also find ourselves being more ambitious during this time, more motivated, more inspired, because Leo is a fixed fire sign. So we will also be more focused on the end goal, on the prize, right? Just like a cat stalking its prey, we will be hyper focused on that one thing. August is the time for Leo and Virgo energy, not just in the suns, but Venus is shifting from Leo to Virgo. Mars is also shifting from Leo to Virgo. We have Mercury shifting from now Leo, and at the end of the month, it'll go into Virgo. It's a very Leo and Virgo month. And what does this mean for you? It means that after the retrograde from last month where it drained us, it drained our soul, this month is the month to get the fuck back up. It's the month to really pull yourself forward. So we learned our lessons last month only to take with us what we needed for this month to keep going. Make sense? So we're clawing our way to the top and we're doing it with less baggage. So look at last month if you had a hard retrograde as getting rid of the baggages like emotional attachments that you were just holding on to for no reason. And this month it's like, okay, we have to move forward now and we have to do it aggressively. We have to do it with more passion and with more like you want to fight and survive. You know what I mean? It's for survival purposes at this point. But look at it positively though, because this is a powerful month for people. Last month, it was just more like we are washing our souls. This month, it's going to be like, let's put on new clothes. Let's put on new clothes. Let's feel fabulous. Let's feel everything. Let's get back into living our best lives. You know what I mean? And it's going to help too because Jupiter is no longer in retrograde. So let's talk about Jupiter for a second. Jupiter influences the greater fortune. So it's known as the greater fortune planet, where Venus is actually the lesser fortune. And there's reasons for that. But Jupiter also influences our luck expansion. It is the ruling planet of Sagittarius, right? The natural ruling planet of Sagittarius. And it happens to be in Sagittarius. So now that it's direct, we are seeing the positive sides of Sagittarius helping us. And Sagittarians are a very lucky sign. They're a very blessed sign. And for some reason, they always tend to land on their feet. Even when they're at their worst, it's a very positive sign. So we have Leo working with us. We have Sagittarius working with us. And it's hitting Jupiter, which is going to help benefit our pockets. It's going to help push us forward. And again, it's going to hit us in our pockets. It's going to hit us in the physical realm. All right. Try to use this time to take advantage of your resources. Try to take this time to look at new opportunities because you may be lucky enough to get them. It's about shooting your arrows into the stars, into the sky, and just having faith in yourself. Having faith that something will touch something and something will project you into a new and positive phase into in your life. Make sense? Now, Uranus actually goes, I mean, we're leaving one retrograde and we're going into another, but Uranus is in Pisces right now and it will go into retrograde tomorrow. And this influences rules of society, even rebellion, change and originality. This is the ruling planet of Aquarius. Okay, so this is outer perspectives on things. It's multiple opinion, the opinionated planet, the opinion planet. That's what I like to call it, where there's just it's holding so much different ways of living and accepting and maneuvering in society. Okay, so it's not just one way with Uranus, it's backwards thinking also. So that's what we're going to experience with retrograde. And it doesn't mean that it's going to get confusing for most of us, but it's in Pisces, and Pisces is a dual mutable water sign, meaning we are going to see the negative side of a Pisces. So put it like this: when Pisces is in their negative state, their lower state, they can be very petty, they can be very cynical, they can also be very manipulative because they are a water sign. They manipulate elements around them, right? They can flow through them or they can manipulate them. They can also be very rebellious, right? Not wanting to flow with the current of society. They want to be trendsetters right now. So don't be surprised if you see new trends happening and very quickly. But our sensitivity is also changing too, where we are no longer feeling a lot of compassion for the way the rules are right now. We want to change them. We want to elevate ourselves at this point. So we have water flushing out the negative sides of our society. Does that make sense? So we're either going to see a tremendous amount of rebellion, or we are going to see more negative things happening in our communities where it's just it needs to water needs to give way at this point. So it's just going to get heavier and heavier and heavier until it bursts, right? Until it makes a new pathway for us. And that's what Uranus is doing for us right now. And it's what we need. Okay, it's what we need. So how does this influence you as a person? You are going to just have to adapt very quickly, because when Pisces in Uranus can be like a cool calm river or a cool, calm lake when it's direct. But when it's in retrograde, it could be like rapids, right? Like you're going to have to just go with the flow of things because it's trying to rush things for you. It has a purpose. It's trying to get somewhere, but it's on rocky waters, right? It's on rocky waters. It's on rocky land. So it's going to be moving up and down almost like a roller coaster, but it's trying to get you somewhere. It's trying to get your spirit going. And on top of the Leos, the Virgos, and Jupiter going direct, it's like we are all trying really hard to find our life purpose. It's like it feels like more important than ever. Doesn't it feel like that? Like it's just like we need to grasp or hold on to something at this point because we are trying to move together as one. It's just very hard because there's so many moving pieces. There's so many different elements that are against us. So it's making this rocky ride for us. But this doesn't mean you need to be afraid or anything, because remember, Jupiter is direct and it's in Sagittarius. Plus, we have Leo energy that is working on our behalf, meaning it's making us more fearless, more courageous during this time. So even though society is changing us, we are taking a more aggressive stance against it, and we are being more vocal about our desires, what we need to progress, right? So it does help you and your inner circle as well. Just keep in mind that Jupiter is a huge planet and it's going to impact you in a huge way. So don't try to limit yourself right now. Think bigger and better and attract new opportunities into your life right now, because you could get very lucky. This is that moment in time where there's a lot of fire energy on there. So things are happening very quickly. And all that Uranus and all the retrogrades are letting you know is that it's not going to be a smooth transition from one phase into another. It is very intense. So whether you're starting a new project, or you're wanting to travel, or you're wanting to do something that makes you feel good or makes you feel fortunate, maybe practicing gratitude can help you as well during this time. It'll attract more positivity, more opportunities in your life if you practice it more. But remember, it's all about having faith in yourself and your energy, your skills, your talents, because these are the things that will take you far. And that's what having a Jupiter in Sagittarius actually means: faith, trust, and just intuitively feeling that something is on the horizon for you. And having all those Leos actually helps us feel more confident about what's on that other side, right? The grass is probably greener over there. So don't be afraid. Try and take a risk this month, but not to a point where it's just delusional, because having Uranus in Pisces can create delusions. Okay, so watch out for your ego, and watch out for people who are going to try to exaggerate an opportunity, try to get you in and take advantage of you. Be careful of that. Be smart about the moves that you make. You don't want to shoot all, I mean, even though we're shooting all our arrows up there, that doesn't mean it's going to land on the right opportunity. You still have to be aware of your surroundings, aware of where the arrow lands. Okay, just because something looks pretty doesn't always mean it's pretty when you cut it open. You feel me on that? So that's this week's horoscopes for you guys. Hopefully that helps you guys out. I was going to launch Cosmic District this weekend, but we still have a lot of things on the back end to do, and I don't want to release something that's like half ass. So that's where I'm at right now. But even though I was really excited about it, I'm a little bit sad, but there was a lot of technical things that we didn't take into account. So we have to catch up on that too. So have a good weekend, you guys, or a good rest of your Sunday, and have an eventful and positive week. I will see you guys next week. Hopefully, Cosmic District will be out by then. And thank you guys for all your love and support. It really means the world to me. Bye.